Good evening, everyone. Put on your videos, please. Kavya Shri, bye. Okay. Tarun, how are you? Niyati, કેમ છો મજામાં? ગુજરાતી ના? મારવાડી? Oh my God, okay. Ramya, Kavyashri, where is she? Kavyashri's video is off. Come on, students. I think you know we were doing chapter number 6, functional level strategies. Let's start. Come on. So, just a brief idea, students, what we have done till yet. Kindly pay attention. See, chapter number 6 will finish today. I'll give you 2 case studies that were asked in the exam so that you get an idea what kind of questions are there that are asked as such. Now, a brief introduction to the 6th chapter once again. I'd said that we have 3 levels of management. Come on, the corporate level, the business level, come on, and the functional level. What I said, if you remember, students, corporate level decides which business to do, isn't it? How much money they'll invest in the business, which business we should expand, which business we should contract. You know, whether investment should be there or disinvestment should be there. All decision taken by the people at corporate level. Business level will define the business. So business definition and business model. Or to put it properly, students, if corporate sector decides which business to do, then by defining the business and defining the business model, the businessman will say how to do the business, isn't it? For that we studied, they'll identify the customers, what are the requirements of the customers, and try to satisfy their wants. To achieve the vision of the corporate level, they need good support from people at the functional level. Reason is what? They are the one who are actually, come on, tell me, doing the work. So, beta, functional level people are concerned with what? Come on, implementation of the strategies. So that is why if they have vision corporate level, here they have their goals and objectives. Like if you remember, I said goals are open-ended attributes. And when you express it numerically to achieve those open-ended attributes, it becomes objectives. Then beta, we studied, if you remember, marketing strategy. Functional level mein, what functions are performed? So marketing function, logistics, supply chain management, finance, production. Till here, students, we have done. 2 things remaining is research and development. Last is human resources. That is human resource strategies as such. Please pay attention now, students. See, first we'll study human strategies or human strategy formulations. Very important, very interesting. Please pay attention. See, beta, if in an organization you find that the organization is performing better, it is going in the proper direction, where the corporate level intent is to go. So you realize what many a times the marketing department tries to take the credit, saying what? We are progressing, we are going in the right direction, we are achieving our goals and objectives because we do our marketing properly. So marketing department feels that the credit should be given to them because they sell the goods, they do the marketing properly. Production department would say what? You are able to market the goods properly because what? We produce goods of a better quality. Finance department would say what nonsense, we gave the funds whenever you required. That is why production was proper. And because production was proper, marketing happened proper. Logistics said what nonsense. We were able to give the raw material to the production department. We were taking the finished goods when the goods were ready and giving it to the godown as such, to the distributors, so that it could be given to the customers. Meaning, beta, generally everyone wants to take the credit. But then you realize in the end, the person in charge of human resource department comes and says, you know why the organization performed well? It's because I appointed you all. So your appointment was based on me. I was the one who took the decision of having you in the marketing department, production, finance. So beta, the crux, they say, of any development is human development. A company is known, remember one thing, by the people that it employs. And I can go ahead and say a country is also known by the people that live in that particular country, isn't it? Take a simple case, students, in a company like Tata's, which is that one important human asset, which is that one asset that they have is most important. Undoubtedly, human assets. You don't find many Tatas working in Tata. But beta, when you talk about a Marwadi company, you'll find all their relatives only are working. And then these companies don't perform well, for sure. Reason, it becomes like a family show. So beta, first thing, any particular company wants to develop, they need to have the best of the human resource. They need to have the best of the people, right? It is said, you appoint people, good people. These good people will make your company grow, your country grow. When I say human strategy formulations, we have to be very clear. Some concepts are there like human development, human resource development, human capital formation, and manpower planning. Can any one of you please tell me, what do we mean by these four concepts? Human development, human resource development, human capital formation, and manpower planning. Some idea, come on. बोलो बेटा, अर्शिता, बच्चा बोलो, क्या मतलब बच्चा इसका, कुछ आइडिया? Anyone? Ramya? Okay, no problem. I'll tell beta. Please pay attention. Acha, first thing I said, what? All departments will take credit. But then, bacha, the one department that takes credit for all the department is which department? Human resource department. That is so clear, no? Bolo, human resource department would say, what? We appointed you and we feel you're the best person for this job. That is why a company is developing. Now, beta, when I say The crux of all development is human development. What I'm saying is the most important asset that a particular company has is its employees, the human beings working in the company. Remember, if I employ the best of the people and use it in my business, then I said the company can progress without any limitations. For that, these four concepts have to be very clear. What is human development? What is human resource development, human capital formation, and manpower plan? These things are very important. In the exams, many a times students write something which is not required because they feel most of the time these concepts are the same. Please listen properly, and all of you, it's important, beta. In 1947, when India became independent, so we had a Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru was told, sir, now what? You fought for 200 years for independence. You got independence. Now what? So, beta, Nehru, that clan which was there, you know very well, na? It was Jinnah who wanted to become the Prime Minister of India. But Nehru insisted he also wants to become the Prime Minister. And because Jinnah should also become the Prime Minister, one India became two countries, India and Pakistan. So both people, one was the Prime Minister of our country, one became the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Let's not go into that, but understand what I'm going to explain now. Jawaharlal Nehru was asked, now you got independence, now what? He said, now I want my country should achieve economic growth. So, beta, every 5-year plan, we used to have one objective, economic growth. The question arises, sir, what is economic growth? And he would say, economic growth means growth of the economy. And how? Economy will grow when the country's national income will increase. So people ask, what would happen, sir, if national income increases? He said, what? If national income increases, per capita income will increase. So obviously people were very inquisitive. So then what? What? If per capita income increases, you will have more money. So, sir, if you have more money, your problems will be solved. Imagine if political leaders used to come with these kind of theories. Yeah, I should get growth. If my country becomes rich, we all will become rich. So, beta, in my country now, the thinking became what? Earning money is the most important thing. And once you get money, then all your problems will be solved. Please don't get me wrong. I've written a book in which I've said, when you get more money, more problems starts in life. The ego comes in your life. And bacha, today in my country, majority of the people are running after money. See, politicians, parasites, they make so much of money. See, the film stars, they make so much of money. And they lead a very good luxury life, is what they say. Now, my dear students, please understand. My book, which I've written, in that I have contradicted this. That is why my book was not accepted by the Congress government. And mind you, what I've written is that, sir, in India, idea was what? We should get growth. National income should rise, per capita income should rise, people should get more money. I said, sir, according to me, this is a wrong objective that we had. So the question then, what we should have said? I said, sir, we should have said that we want human development. So question arises, what is human development? See, that was the first question I asked. Human development simply means this. Human development means develop people in the country by giving them good education, giving them health, and looking after their welfare. Be very clear what I'm saying, students. Yeah, please put on the video, students. Otherwise, they'll remove you from the lecture. This girl Kavyashree was there for 10 minutes. Better don't come if the video is off, students. Let's see. Kavya, don't attend the lecture if the video will be off, please. Okay? I don't want to be that strict as such. Unnecessarily, you're here, your video has to be on. Is this clear? And don't get me wrong, please, beta. Don't stare at me so badly. That smile is better. Your video has to be on. So, beta, I said, sir, my country should have given importance to human development. Human development is what? Simple. Educate the children of this country, make them healthy, look after their welfare. So question is, what would happen then? I said, sir, if people in my country are educated, healthy and welfare, first thing that would happen is, let's be very clear, my country will be transforming itself from an underdeveloped country to a developed country. Second, if people are educated, then we won't have to run after money. Money will run after us. Our national income will automatically increase. And the most important thing I said, if we would have educated people in the year 1947, people should be educated. Then beta, this tamasha that is going on today, where India has become 136 crore, would have not happened had every Indian been educated. Imagine if every Indian would have been educated, bacha, my country would have not surpassed 40 to 50 crore. So good. You know, walking on the road, no traffic. Imagine, student, Malleshwaram Metro Railway say, coming to the class, I remember in the afternoon, it used to be so crowded. You come to Bombay, come out of the other station, student. There is no place to walk over there. What the hell have we done? Everyone is after money, paisa. Sala paisa kya karega? Corona se there are hundreds of people who are dying. So, bacha, first human development is what? Developing people in the country, giving them good education, health, and welfare. Ensuring that students, if we have education that is given to every Indian, then better people will talk sense. You know, you'll find nonsense people talk, and most of the time, who will talk nonsense? The illiterate fool. And they justify themselves. Right? Educated person would not talk. And if he talks, he would talk sense. My country, imagine a chief minister like Lalu Prasad Yadav, illiterate. He used to work as a peon in Bihar University, having 11 children. And what he did, beta, he did a scam in the what? Fodder scam. You know, for the animals we give fodder. Now from there he took more than 1,000 crore of it. Because money had become God. So, had we given importance to human development, we would have got good people, educated people, healthy people. And if people were healthy, then there was no need for families to have 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 children. Our population would have been controlled. So human development, beta, human development is something which is macro in nature. So it becomes the responsibility of the country's prime minister, the government, to look after HD, human development. What is HRD, beta? HRD is very simple. Pay attention. Kavyashree, you got the tikka. Huh? Now you pay attention. Very good. And beta, family, I can understand. Don't worry, please. Huh? My wife will also come from here. There's a temple over there. Even we have two of her. Beta, aram se. Only pay attention, attend the lectures regularly. Now, what's the second thing I said? HRD. What is HRD? See, there is a person in a country, Mukesh Ambani, who owns a company, Reliance Industry Limited. He's a major shareholder. Suppose I say there are 10 lakh people working in his company. So what Mukesh Ambani would say, 10 lakh people working in my company are my human resource. Kya beta? They are my human resource. I want to train these people, make them better employees so that they contribute with me to achieve the vision of my company. That is HRD. So, beta, what is the difference? Harshita, tell me. When I talk macro sense, it is human development. When I talk in a micro sense, it is HRD. Human development में education, health and welfare. Human resource development में employees, make them better employees, train them, develop them to do the work properly. HRD. Right? So that these people become asset. Best example, students always say, one company in a country which has the best of the employees is Tata's. No doubt you should be knowing, student, Tata is a company in India, only company from India, whose worth is more than $100 billion. Even for that matter, Reliance Industry is not worth that much. Tata's is more wealthy, but they are not considered to be rich because this doesn't belong to Ratan Tata. It is owned by a trust. So that was HRD. Third thing I've asked students, what is human capital formation? What is human capital formation? Pay attention. See, there are people who earn income and that income they spend. That part of the income which is not spent gets converted into savings. Right? Now, saving students, what people would do in Bangalore, I know for sure, ladies would do whatever savings are there, we'll put it into gold. Harshika would agree with that, right? So, we'll buy gold jewelry. Take it. Buy gold jewelry. Now, bacha, gold jewelry, according to me, is a dead investment. And over the years, you'll also agree with me. Now, your mom will not agree, but still, I don't. Anyway, gold, one would say, is the best investment. Some people might say property is a good investment. Fine. Property, bacha, today, lockdown, property rates are falling down. Bombay mein student, there's a shop that I was told was 7 crore of rupees. Lockdown, everything is closed. This particular person met me now. I had gone for my second vaccination. While coming, he meets me and he says, if there is anyone who wants to buy this shop, I'm ready to give it for 4 crore of rupees. Property is dead. Gold is horrible. Think about it. Yesterday, this girl was asking me, sir, shares is still better. But better, the best investment is what? Human. And investing in human is human capital formation. Meaning, for you, beta, let's be very clear, for your mom would say, for me, my child is the biggest asset. And be very clear with it. Yes. Mom would say, Harshita for me is my biggest asset. Ramya, Tarun, Kavya, Niyati. And why not? They are the biggest asset. So what parents are supposed to do? Instead of investing in gold property, shares, invest in the child. And once you invest in the child, if everyone in the country starts doing that, we getting human capital formation. You know what would happen, students? What would happen is that we will have educated people, sensible people, and this human capital formation will help us to achieve human development in the. Don't give me the nonsense we have to buy gold. Useless. property not needed. Bombay may be live, we have a 3 bedroom flat, suppose. All 3 people are in the 3 bedrooms. Someone rings the bell. The problem is, bloody, who will open the door? You know? And then we fight with each other. You should have opened the door. It's like, and why the hell you want a particular 10 bedroom flat when there are 3 to 4 people in the house? You are giving an invitation to the robbers. Bombay should now so many problems are happening because there is unemployment. Rather, invest money in the child. Give the best of the education to him and make him a Kohinoor diamond. Now, if you feel, sir, I'm wrong, think of this. There was a family in a country and they had a child by the name Sundar Pichai, right? Sundar Pichai bacha, his parents did not buy gold. They did not buy property. For them, they could see Sundar as the biggest asset. Today, do you know his salary is how much, Arshita? How much salary he makes? Sundar Pichai. His 1 day salary is 3 crore of rupees. 1 day salary is 3 crore of rupees. And Kavyashri, let's be very clear. It's not 3 crores, it is 3 crore plus per day. Imagine there are people in my country in a year, they may not earn 3 crore. And our Sundar makes 3 crore of rupees. Reason? He is a capable person. These people who have appointed him from Google, they know his potential. Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Last year, beta, he was given a bonus of 66 crore rupees. Think about it, Tarun. And what did he say? He refused to take that 66 crore. And I don't want, let this money be in the company. 66 crore rupees. You give it to a Marwadi, Marwadi will come running and take that money. Niyati, I'm right now. But he refused to take 66 crore rupees. Nothing against any particular one. But imagine, wow, what? The parents invested in what? Gold? No, child. Biggest asset today, bacha, is the child. Educate, when I say, beta, what do I mean? Remember, they say, education is like a bird in the sky. The more you get, the higher you fly. So if you want to fly high, educate yourself. Become self-sufficient. They say education is like a diamond in the ring. The more you polish, the more it shines. And the return which a person gets by investing in education exceeds the opportunity cost of capital. Money can be put to different use. But if you put that money for education and developing a child, what returns it will give, you cannot imagine. Indira Nooyi, you must have heard PepsiCo. This female student was from India. When she got a job in Pepsi, she came home with this good news. She wanted to tell her mom. Her mom said, "No, afterwards, first make for me a cup of coffee." And she had to make a cup of coffee. Here there are students doing CA, they feel they are doing something extraordinary thing. I was reading yesterday, Indira Nooyi used to work for 20 hours in a day. Undoubtedly, she made lots of money. But don't get me wrong. Best investment is invest in yourself. Become capable in life. Last part I've written, sure, very interesting, that is called as manpower planning. What is manpower planning? Imagine, students, my country, you have 136 crore people. So there is abundance of manpower. And imagine one particular day, you find when you come at home, the electricity is not working. And you want an electrician. You bet on me, student, that day you will not get electrician easily. You know? You'll have to call at so many numbers, bloody, that electrician will not be available. say that particular from the tap water is not coming, so you need a plumber. You will not get a plumber. Getting my point? Now, bacha, imagine I need electrician, I need a plumber, I need a person to repair my computer, my television. I don't get this. I need a graduate. I need one graduate. I get 1,000 of graduates. Beta, you know what is happening? Understand? My country's education system has been such that we've made clerks. 10th standard, there are students, I'm being told, they get what? 95% marks. My God, 95, 96, 97. Delhi, one child got 101% marks. So, I don't know, but I should have not said like that. I said, here is a parrot. Parrot, why parrot? Because in school, getting good marks is what? Most of the students learn things by heart. They don't understand most of the things. And how from 100 you can get 101%? So he says, sir, my sports quota marks were added to this. Oh. Imagine students, for commerce students, you are taught journal, ledger, trial balance, balance sheet. One would say, I can make the balance sheet. Imagine you go to a company and they tell you to write accounts for the company in a computer. You'll be shocked. This is what was never taught. What is being taught to you, student, most of the times are things which are outdated. I was told there is one chapter, issue of shares. Company issue shares at par, premium, discount. Beta, today no company issues shares. There is an IPO that is made. And imagine we are teaching you par, premium, discount. In a nutshell, what I want to say, beta, we want people who are job ready, ready to do the job. We don't get. Second, we have people in our country, students, such that where demand is greater than supply. I want an electrician, I want a plumber. I don't get. Shall I give some better examples? I want a person who has done actuarials. So India, you don't have 1,000 people who have done actuarials. You know that? Harshita, what is actuarials, beta? Actuarials is a particular study in the field of insurance. So something in the field of insurance. I mean, imagine my country, overall country, we don't have even 1,000 people who have done actuarial courses. One girl had done, cleared, Chanda Kochar, and she was appointed the chairman of ICICI Bank. One day salary, Ramya, she was given as 1 lakh rupees. Imagine, one day 1 lakh was a big amount in India. She said, I would not get a pocket money of 10,000 rupees, and now she was given a salary of 30 lakhs plus 260% bonus. What is 260% bonus, bacha? That means one day salary was how much? 3.6 lakhs. One day salary, that means 1 month salary was 1 crore. Big amount of money from an Indian perspective. Now, one girl. So, here, bacha, we find demand is greater than supply in some particular places. And in some places, come and tell me, supply is greater than demand. You want one graduate, you have 1,000 graduates waiting. You want one engineer, you have 10,000 engineers as such. Look, jobs are not there. Achha, in some time, student, you want 10 chartered accountants, you'll have 10,000 chartered accountants. Out of 10,000, 1,000 will come from Bangalore only, Malleshwaram, South End Circle. Imagine, what are we doing? First, we are making parrots, Then we are having an education system where, come on, demand is more than supply. And some places, supply is more than demand. That is wrong. Do proper manpower planning. Have an education system that you have equal demand and supply. So that, beta, what? People who get educated get the best of the jobs. Imagine engineers, they have done BTech, MTech, no job. Then, bacha, there are people who have done graduation, post-graduation, no jobs. Then why the hell are we teaching them? What we are teaching them? Journal entry, lecture. Today, everything is done in a computer. Why the hell am I teaching them all these kind of things? Change the education system. Make it practical, theoretical, nigh. A person, a child who knows to learn things by heart, I'm sorry, they become the most intelligent students, or we address them like that. Reason? Because education system was all what? Based on memorizing things. Is that the case today? Imagine, is that what you want? Your child should become a parrot, memorize things. He should understand the things. अरे yes or no? तो बच्चा manpower planning का मतलब क्या? What it means? School, the students are your raw material. Once they get clear with the school, then commerce, art, science, engineering, law, all that what you're doing, everywhere it should be what? Come on, practical knowledge. Don't just give them this nonsense what we are giving them. Then, bacha, there will be proper manpower planning. So please, beta, what I was trying to tell you, human resource, most important resource. Human strategy, the most important strategy. Any particular company, the most important asset that it has is its people. So they are supposed to take care of the people. Now, in human resource, there are 4 things that we need to understand. If I'll put it in 3 different categories. First, in human resource, it says you should be concerned with pre-selection process. First is pre-selection, next is selection, and last is post-selection. Please understand better. What do you mean by pre-selection, selection, and post-selection? Something like this. Suppose I have a company. I want people in the production department, logistics, supply chain management, finance department. You know what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to make a job analysis. Meaning, job analysis means these are the work that production, finance department people are supposed to do. So make an analysis of all the activities that I expect people to perform. Job analysis. Then start recruitment. Recruitment means what? Give an advertisement. All those people who have these qualities to do this work can apply. Let people not be applied on the basis of their relation. In most of the Marwadi company student, what is the relation? The relation is that he is my wife's brother, Sala. Sale log ko to bahar nikalo. Nahi chahiye, ye liability hai. And most of the time, student, wife's brother comes. So they are not managers, they become damagers. So we don't want these kind of non-performing assets. And please don't get me wrong, beta. Every Marwadi company which was doing business having their family members has not performed well. Have the right man for the right job. And then don't say, I don't like his face, I don't like his color, I don't nonsense. If he's fit for the job, done. Because in the long run, student, your face, your appearance, your specs, your iPhone will not talk for you. Your work will talk for you. So rather, define the work. Then recruitment should be started. Then selection. Selection, beta. Ensure if a person I'm taking the interview, he has all those qualities which are there in the job analysis. After selection, bacha, it is important. I should train and develop him. Any idea, beta, what is the difference between training and development? Training would be job specific. A person comes in the finance department, he is a chartered accountant, but he may not know how to operate or how to work on the computer. So you train him. This is what you're supposed to do. Okay. Developing him means student developing him his overall personality. So how to develop his overall personality? Like we take lectures in JK Shah classes. So bacha, we are now taking lectures for so many years. Subject matter is not an issue. Economics, SM. But then you get so tired with the lectures. So sometime in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, JK sir will do what? He'll arrange a picnic for us. And in that picnic, one particular person will come and he will give some particular lectures. So 3 days we go out. One day that person, is a spiritual leader or a leader. He comes and talks some nice things that we listen. One day a particular person will come from Ramdev Ashram. So he'll say, yoga, why yoga? Now breathe from here, release from here, breathe from here, and then Pavan Muktasana, all those asanas he'll do. So developing us, making us better human beings. Some teachers get very angry very fast. So listen, don't get angry, all this stuff. Training and development. And most important beta is what? Come on, what is this? Remuneration. Why remuneration? Obviously, people are working for what? They should be paid, na? So, beta, most of the Marwadi companies in India feel what? We will give them peanuts. Peanuts for the na? And if you give peanuts to the people, I'm sorry, only monkeys will work for you. Get it right? You give peanuts, only monkeys will work for you. So, what is important? Pay the people properly. As per the work they are doing, as per the profitability they are bringing in the business, and most important, students, give them good amount of money so that they remain in the company, so that there is no too much of labor turnover. If the people are required and they are not happy with the salary they are getting, they'll think of leaving the organization. They'll join somewhere else. I feel like telling your students, Bangalore, mein these companies are there, na? TCS, Infosys, Wipro. In the pandemic, bacha, these are the companies. What they did, they actually paid salary, so it's very small thing for them. They gave students to the people of the company increments also. They asked them to work from home. That's the first advantage. Outside it is risky. Don't come out. Work from home. Next, most important, I said, they've given them increments. Then, beta, best thing what they do is what? Once the people are employed, they start doing well. They give them shares of the company also in the form of ESOPs. ESOPs, you know, employee stock option scheme. So imagine if Tarun joins the company, he's joining the company on a salary of 20-25 lakh of rupees. So initially Tarun is very happy joining Infosys because he's getting 25 lakh rupees. But in 6 months, 1 year time, TCS offers him 32 lakh of rupees. So that lalach in him will, the greed in him will tell him, he should leave now Infosys, join TCS. But then Suren, what Infosys has done, when he has joined the company, gave him 1,000 shares as gift. Lay. One share is today 1,400 rupees. So, bacha, if I multiply, imagine 1,400, 1, 2, 3. So, they have given him shares of 14 lakh of rupees. So, Arshita, when you get shares of 14 lakh of rupees, gift. So what people will do? People will do Narayan Murthy, and they will not leave the company. So what am I doing? I'm ensuring that the people remain with me. They don't leave the company. So beta, human resource. See this? Human resource strategy. See what it says, meaning it is the art of procuring, developing, and maintaining competent workforce. Every word is important now. Procuring, that is recruitment, selection, developing, maintaining competent workforce to achieve the goals of an organization in an effective and efficient manner. It is concerned with the most effective use of people to achieve organizational and individual goals. Now, bacha, this what is mentioned now, it's written in point form over here. Pay attention. What are the factors? So I said first is recruitment and selection. That comes as what? Pre-selection. Recruitment, I told you all, give an advertisement and ask the people who want to join can apply. Training and development. Training and development is important, but I said people come with book knowledge. Practical knowledge, most of the time, they don't have. So train them to do the work and develop them to become better human beings. I remember my elder brother, my mom, they were all teachers. And always feel, students, only good people can become good teachers. Because I always feel, I believe, I've not seen God. I don't know whether God exists or not. But when I see my mom, I cannot find a person better than her. So, what I'm trying to say is this. Okay? Develop people to become better human beings. The greed should not be there. More of giving attitude. Tatas, 65% of the profits they donated every year. Can we do this? But in Punjabis, it is said, na, daswan. We are Punjabis. Daswan means what? Whatever income we are making, my mom used to tell me, 10% of that you have to give it for donation. Why? Don't ask me that. You have to give. You should give. Why? Simple reason, bacha. There was a time that you just struggled, and today, if you're doing good, give back. Look, these things, these talks make you a better person. Having an iPhone doesn't make me rich. Please. Traveling in a Mercedes, like, rather every month if I buy food grains for all the people, the watchmen, the poor drivers, laborers who are there, that makes us happy. Talking to people in a proper tone, that is important. Some people, I don't know, they feel good to insult others. That product is defective, I feel. Then, bacha, performance appraisal, very important performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? Imagine my lecture I'm taking. Once the lecture gets over, I ask some particular students, how was the lecture? Have you understood or not? But I myself doing my performance appraisal. So human resource department it is important. If you have employed people, you give them an idea. How was their work? Is it that the work was good, satisfactory, very good? If not good, then what can they do to improve the work? Be very clear, when we employ people, we have employed the best of the people. But at times they don't click. Like if you take the example of cricket matches, students, I think one team, Punjab team is there now. One day they scored 220, 230 runs. And second day Punjab scored 108 runs. That doesn't make KL Rahul a bad player or Punjab a bad team. No, sometimes students, stars are not favorable. If that is the case, students, understand. Imagine if I'm taking lecture in Bangalore and students don't like me. I was liked very much by the students in Bombay. Then problem is not with me. You understanding what I'm saying? Kavya, okay. Last is remuneration. Remuneration, may remember what did I say? Come on, tell me. You give peanuts, you get monkeys to work for you. Pay people properly. If you pay them properly, they will come and work for you. And they will not leave you. I know in a company like Tata, people have joined companies and they've retired from Tata. That feeling is their shoes. Imagine a person joins Videocon. But before he will leave, Videocon company only has left. Imagine a person wanted to work for Vijay Mallya. Why? Vijay Mallya himself has left Kingfisher Airline. So it's nonsense. Okay, remuneration. What are the key areas where human resource manager can play a strategic role? Pay attention. This is very important, beta. First point is ensure purposeful direction, building core competence, create competitive atmosphere, develop work ethics, HR empowerment, change management, workforce diversity management. Very important. Most of the time in the exam, this question is asked. I'll explain this. Pay attention. Say the question is key areas where the human resource manager can play a strategic role. So I start with the first, this point, students. Change management. What is change management? Pay attention. Okay, I'll explain. Listen down. See, human resource or the human strategy formulation में the human resource department employs people who are working in different departments. That is for sure. Appointment is done by the HRD department, isn't it? So people are employed. Now imagine there is a bank where people were employed because they were graduates, commerce graduates, postgraduates. So one person is working as an officer, one person is working as a clerk, other person is working as a manager, one is working as a class one officer. So big post. Why? Because maybe they know to write journal, ledger, trial, all that nonsense. Now, computerization has come. Now, beta, think about it. All banks want that the accounts have to be written in computers. So this uncle who was an officer is 52 years of age. Now we tell him, uncle, no more writing of ledger. You have to learn computer. Oh my God. But a 52-year-old people, 55-year-old people, like I'm 56, we become rigid. We are not flexible. You know? And if you tell an old person, 55 years of age, now you have to learn computer. Yeah, I will not. Then uncle, we don't want you in the bank because we want to introduce a change. This auntie is 55 years of age, class 1 officer. 55-year buddhi, we tell her to learn computer, she gets angry whenever we tell her. To get angry at your daughter-in-law at home, buddhi. Here you are getting a salary of 1 lakh rupees, you have to learn computer. They don't listen, then what is the option we have? Remove them, change management. So beta, it was my responsibility to get best of the employees. And if these employees don't change with the changing time and circumstances, remove them. In Hindi, please listen, Bangalore also used to say this. Most of the students understand Hindi. I would say something called as Sam, Dam, Dand and Ved. If you know of this, Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved. Imagine what? One auntie, one uncle, like that, many people are there in the bank, 50 years of age students, and I'm telling them to learn computers. I tell them first, Sam means learn. Bola, I tell them. Now imagine an auntie says, I come in the bank at 10 o'clock, I get free at 6 o'clock. Where will I learn? Acha, if I learn, then the course costs 10,000 rupees. Like that, na? Government employee students, you know. So what the HR department says, Dam. Dam means money. Le buddy 10,000 le mere se. Take 10,000 from me. Now start learning. So first we tell them change. Then we give them the money to learn the new tricks of the trade. Dam. Then the lady would say 6 o'clock I get free. Now you expect me to go there at 7 o'clock and learn till 9 o'clock. I will not do. Dand. Dand means punish them. And still some people are adamant, no, we'll not do Ved. Ved matlab golden handshake. Golden handshake matlab kya? दुआओं में याद रखना मतलब बच्चा get lost. We don't want you in the organization because you are a big, pay attention, you are a big misfit. Misfit means what, students? Come on. Nowadays, nobody will give. Okay, dand nobody will give. You want to say like that? Okay, don't give. Punishment over here would mean what, students? Not you hit with a ruler, but some other kind of punishment. Like what? You'll have to complete this work today and go. And that work we know cannot be completed today. That is enough. Not harassment. We are not talking about Hindi film villains. We are just trying to create problems so that they learn the tricks of the trade. So see, change management. Then beta, it says ensure purposeful direction. What it means, human resource department has to be very clear in conveying to the people it employs what direction we are following. Like a person who joins Patanjali knows two things Patanjali is known for. One is Ayurvedic and next is cost leadership. What is Ayurvedic and cost leadership? It is simple. They don't talk about allopathy or homeopathy. They talk only about Ayurveda. And anything they sell now, their medicines, their tubes, their toothpaste, there is a green dot on that. So first they say this is vegetarian. So all those people who would be using, let us say, Colgate toothpaste, they say there is a red dot on that. There is no red dot. But it's enough to make the people fool. So Buddha Ramdev kya karega bacha? Green dot, says Ayurveda. And then he says, student, the price which I'm charging, no one else can charge. So if you are joining Ayurveda, it's clear in your mind, Ayurvedic, you're joining Patanjali, Ayurveda and cost direction. And on that basis, you have to build core competence. Core competence is what? Unique strength to make experiments, do research, develop better medicines. Create competitive atmosphere. What is the meaning of competitive atmosphere? Pay attention. Suppose in a company, student, there is an office and there are 100 people working in the office. What most of the companies do nowadays, suppose you all come to work on a particular day and suddenly when you come to work, receptionist is sitting over there, there is a board and that board says, congratulations to Tarun, he is employee of the week. Woo! And because he's employee of the week, he'll be getting this much amount of monetary compensation. So people on his face will say, wow, wow, wow. But all the 99 people will be jealous. Okay, he's getting money. And what is it that he did? So what is that he did that I cannot do? That kind of feeling has to be developed. Idea. So that everyone does the best. So competitive atmosphere. Then developing work ethics and culture. Very important. 7 o'clock lectures in Bombay, when we come for the lectures, believe me, we may come at 6:55. JK sir is there at 6:50. Now, if the owner of the company, such a rich person, such a big man, if he follows rules, regulations, who the hell are the teachers not to follow that? He says something, he follows that. So the culture of truth, culture of saying and then delivering on that has to be developed. Management says, see, pandemic, still I'll give you salary. And the management gives you salary. Management says, I'll give you increment, work properly from home. People work, gives the increment. Then, people become fan of these companies. I'll work here only. Then, see the next point, HR empowerment, very important. Many a times we give students some kind of responsibility to people. You know, you give responsibility to people. That is good. But then give them the authority to exercise that responsibility. So HR department will say, what, we have asked you to do that work. You have the power to take that decision. And see the last point, workforce diversity management. Workforce diversity management means what? Pay attention. Suppose, student, there is a company owned by some Marwadi, and this is a fact. So who are the people working in the company? One will be the person, the owner's wife's brother, then his relative. All Marwadis are there working. So, beta, what they'll be talking, what they'll be doing, I think it becomes like a family show. Please understand, beta. A company should have diversity in the workforce. Meaning what? If I want to employ people, I have to employ the best person for the job. That best person can be a male, a female, a young boy, an old one. Then shouldn't people of different caste? How can all Marwadis be working in one company, beta? So the company will not grow beyond a particular level. Be very clear. If you have all the family members, student, then the thinking becomes very small. When people of different caste, creed, language, religion comes to it becomes a good bouquet. It brings other fragrance to the company. And when everyone over there with the diversity in thinking tries to give the best, growth is imminent, students. So, workforce diversity management. See what it says? Workforce diversity can be observed in terms of male, female workers, young and old workers, educated and uneducated workers, skilled, unskilled employees. This brings out the need for higher degree of participation and avenues for worker satisfaction through various monetary and non-monetary incentives. So please, my dear student, most important, human resource. Okay, human resource, I said important is what? Recruitment selection. This is pre-selection, selection, and post-selection. Now, one thing that was left out, I'll complete that and start with the 7th chapter. Beta, please. 7th chapter also I'll start today. 3 more lectures. I don't need more than that. I'll finish the portion also. My portion I'll finish. Your portion, if you're 10 lectures, it's in your interest. Now, how to explain this research and development strategy? Kindly pay attention. See, first thing you have to understand, today's time, nothing remains constant. Agreed, na? Time is changing very fast. So many developments are taking place. Life is becoming complex, difficult. So if a company today wants to sustain, survive, grow, the company has to be ahead of its time. I've said 100 times in the past, a businessman's thinking should start where his competitor stops thinking. Then only, beta, you'll be able to excel. All others may stop, but you should not. What? You should continue with your research and development. Research and development, what is the meaning? Simple. If you find, students, that there is some particular problem, then your job is to solve the problem. Like a corona, the pandemic that occurred. So, bacha, this pandemic was a big business opportunity for the pharmaceutical companies. I hope you're understanding it. So there are different companies. What they did, they first tried to find out what is this corona, the virus. Now, how to kill that virus? How to prevent that particular problem, becoming more dangerous? You have to work on that, Navita. So companies of the world, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Sputnik, we have this company, Johnson & Johnson, Oxford University. They started research on this. And different ways may the research was done. Then, bacha, once the research was done, they felt, okay, yeah, we have done good research on this. It is a good medicine for the corona problem. Then they have to start the trials on animals, human beings. Once the trial is also done, then they'll develop that particular medicine and use it commercially for the purpose of what? For the purpose of sale in the market. So research is done and then use that particular product for, I said, for experiments on human beings, on animals, and then commercially exploit that particular thing that you have made. Like a company in India, students, what is this company's name? Bharat Biotech. This person made Covaxin. The other company, students, Serum Institute, is making Covishield. You know that Covishield, actually that experiment research was done by the Oxford University. They developed a medicine and sold it to AstraZeneca, American company. AstraZeneca sold it to students in India, Serum Institute. And Serum Institute is now developing it, selling it in the market. I want to tell you, Vida, when Modi met Adar Poonawalla and said, thank you, Adar, for developing this particular medicine. Now, you should give it to the people. Well, yes, sir, obviously. So how much you will charge? That time Adar Poonawalla said 1,000 rupees for one dose. 1,000 rupees for one dose. So beta, people will then prefer to die because of corona. Who will be able to afford, bacha? Only you all, rich people. Everyone can't afford. 1,000 rupees is too much, and Modi is a Gujarati. Dokla Gujarati bargain karega na. So he said, fine, 1,000 rupees I will not give. So Adar Poonawalla also said, so 1,000 rupees I have cost. He talks all those things. So Modi then approached this Bharat Biotech. Anna said, sir, 1,000 rupees. Modi said, forget it, I don't want from you also. So Modi called this person Putin. So he said, Sputnik, I will give it to your country. When Sputnik was supposed to come to our country, then Adar Poonawalla said, Anna, I'm ready to give it to you at 150 rupees. Now, bacha, imagine something that he wanted to sell for 1,000 rupees, he's selling at 150. Kavya Shri, at 150 also tell me he's making profit or suffering loss? Profit, beta, enormous amount of profit. This is, why enormous amount of profit? You know, this is a commodity, this is an injection where beta demand is very high as compared to supply. Am I right? Today I had gone student for the second jab, for the second vaccine as such. I saw at least 4,000 people standing. My God. So my lecture got over in the morning. Immediately I went, I just entered the house and I started your lecture. Think, so much of demand. In a day, bacha, they are injecting lakhs of people. How much money? And India, mein bacha, 136 crore people. And Tarun, the best part, these people have done is what? 2 injections are to be taken. So that is to be multiplied by 2. So this is what research and development will give. Enormous amount of profit. One more example, coming to my mind, imagine. Bajaj has made Bajaj Super, Bajaj Priya and Bajaj Chetak scooter. Pankurti, understand? Villa 3 scooters were there. These 3 scooters came in India, did excellent business. Then Honda came. When Honda came, Honda met Kaveshri and asked, Kaveshri was ready with all the complaints. What complaint number 1? Sir, this particular scooter, Super Priya or Chetak, We have to start this, so we have to kick. It's a kick-start vehicle. I don't like it. Sir, I have to change the gears again and again. So Honda did what? Research and developed a scooter which was what? Come on, button start, so kick is not required. Gearless scooter, correct? So Honda ruled the market for many years. Now Bajaj came back again and asked Kaveshri, now tell me, are you happy with Honda? Kavesh said, no. That means there are some people, they're always unhappy. Kavesh, not about you, but I'm just talking like that. So some people are always unhappy. They'll find fault in everything. Like in a Punjabi's marriage, there are people who come. Na? So these people will say the ice cream is very cold. तो बुढ़े तेरे को आइसक्रीम गर्म करके देगा क्या? Think ना. They will say in the sweet dish there is too much of sugar. You feel like kicking these old people, na? Sweet dish where there will be sugar or salt here, and ice cream is cold. What sense is that? Ice cream has to be cold. Anna, what to do with these kind of people? So Kavya was asked, what's the problem with Honda? She says, sir, Honda is a good vehicle, but the problem is what? I have to fill the petrol again and again. And petrol prices are rising. Tantanan. Bajaj did what? Bajaj introduced Bajaj Super electric vehicle. Khatak. So electric charging was made and it was offered to the public. You know what happened, beta? This scooter was offered to the people for 1 lakh rupees. And in one day, so many bookings took place that next day the price was increased to 1,15,000. In 2 days, student, the booking only got closed. Now, Bajaj is a Marwadi. You know, next time, very soon, he's about to launch a scooter where Ramya would say, sir, I love to ride the scooter, but the problem is I can't balance the scooter. So, bacha, they'll Marwadi bolega 1,50,000 mein I'm giving to you a self-balancing scooter. Self-balancing scooter is what? Come on. Now Ramya will be riding the scooter with both the legs on the handle. Still, scooter will not fall. Best now, this is research. Develop products. Give it to the customers. Customers are happy. They'll pay you 1,50,000, any amount of money for the product. Beta, that small iPhone people pay 1,20,000 rupees. Kya hai usme? My son says, Papa, I have that 20,000 rupees ka, which one I don't know. It's a better phone because once we had this phone and he lost it. Now he cannot dare tell me to buy that again. He said, now if I lose this 20,000 phone, chalega. I can buy new. If I lose an iPhone, then I'll have to sell myself to get a new phone. Anyway, so research and development, you're developing products for commercial application, but research is done to make a better product as such. See, beta, now, research and development, it says transferring complex technology into business propositions. Pandemic happened. Blackboard, white chalk, all closed. Writing on the board, physical lecture stopped. Now you are there in Bangalore. I'm here in Bombay. Lectures are to be conducted now. So, beta, what happened? We are using this laptop. We are using this pen tab. And bacha, transferring complex technology. We are using this for the purpose of taking lecture. Cut that. So transferring complex technology to business propositions. What Google does, students, tell me? It collects all the information and gives you the information that you want in one click. That, students, is transferring complex technology into business proposition. And mind you, students, Google earns good amount of money. How come? I remember, students, I was seeing one particular shoes today while I was standing in the queue for my second injection. And then, students, when I was looking for the shoes, I was reading that some Google article afterwards. Again and again, Google was reminding me, shoe, that shoe, this shoe, sir, this shoe. That means Keep on giving those messages again and again. So that's a one form of advertisement that is happening. Google has done what? Transfer complex technology into business proposition. JK Shah classes has done, and most of the classes have done what? They started what? Online lectures. This is on account of research and development, Amita. I used to take lectures in this place, Southern Circle. After taking the lecture, students, I remember going to the metro rail. In the corner, there's one restaurant research used to give very nice dosa to eat and coffee. I'm missing all that. But never mind. Today I'm sitting at home in that comfort. I'm taking lecture. But whether this all things are being used for the lecture, then adjusting process to local raw material, adapting process to local market, altering product to customer taste and preferences, and providing a basis for innovation. Please listen, this is important. We'll have to give explanation and examples. What examples I'll give now? Pay attention. India now one day, one company came and that company's name was McDonald. McDonald, right? Any country of the world, if you go there, you'll find McDonald's sells non-vegetarian burgers. So most of the people in other countries eat non-vegetarian food. And the burgers also contain chicken, what all things they. So it's always non-vegetarian burger. They launched those burgers in India, and in India the sale was very less. Now what? Simple. They altered the product to the customer taste and specifications. You know what they did? They introduced Mac Aloo Tikki. Sala, iske andar aloo is our Indian, tikki is Indian. Only the brand name Mac they have put, and that they sell it for a price of 50, 55 rupees. So this is research. Find out what people want. People want a burger. Why? Because that Mac name is there. So I'll use the Mac name and give them a aloo tikki. Aloo tikki bacha is what basically a petis, yeah. But Indians, na, I'm sorry. In Bombay, you get vada pav, that is more tasty, but you'll not. Just to impress your friend, you say, I only have a McDonald's burger. You feel like kicking his ass. So when he's alone, he prefers to eat a vada pav. Now he wants to show off. He says, all right, only McDonald's. So imagine McDonald's. I was there, student, the other day. My son was saying, Baba, do you know they have a Maharaja burger? Maharaja. US mein they don't know how to pronounce Maharaja. Sala Maharaja is ours. Only Mac is there. They use it, bacha, they make every day lakhs of rupees as collection. Going ahead, I was in Thailand, students. Obviously, you are hungry over there, so we went to McDonald's and I ordered a burger. The burger that they gave me, it was a rice burger. Oh, rice burger, you feel like you're having rice. Now the person will give you sambar also. So my son said, Papa, what is this? Sala chawal de raha hai to. I said, wait, let me see. So I said, sir, this is the burger. It looks like idli. But this is the way we make. Oh, but why? Sir, in Thailand, in this place, Bangkok, people love to eat rice. Rice is the staple food. And rice is very cheaper compared to wheat. So instead of giving wheat burger, we give what? Rice burger. First, people like it. Second, it is cheaper. So, adjusting process to local raw material. Get a point? Adapting process to local markets. Very simple example. One company student, Volkswagen, comes to India. Great. They want to sell their cars. Superb. Now the cars, when they brought in India, students, what is it? Volkswagen is a German company. And Germany, bacha, they have left-hand drive. You know, in India, the problem is what? We drive on the left-hand side. but we use a right-hand drive. So what we have to do, come on, tell me, Ramya, we have to change it from a left hand to a right-hand drive, adapting process to local markets. Then, beta, providing a basis for innovation. What does it mean? Some kind of problem you're finding with the customers. Customer says, sir, electric. Now, see, I'm talking of something future. Imagine I buy a car, electric vehicle. Now, when I go to charge that particular car, it takes 2 hours for me to charge the car. You know what will happen in some time? A company may come, sir, we have a charging system where we can charge 80% of your car in 20 minutes. Tan-ta-dan, that would be the basis for what you know. And every business, this kind of things will give you. They give you an iPhone, 20 megapixel. Now they say no, 32 megapixel. First there used to be one camera, now there are 4 cameras. You wonder at times, bloody, you're buying a mobile phone or a camera. But there are fools in my country, they feel very happy. iPhone. Till the time we have such kind of fools, iPhone will sell the product. Now, what does it become? Approaches. You have to be very clear whether you are a leader, follower, or a low-cost producer. So, beta, leader, like in mobile phone industry, it's an iPhone. Follower, imitator, you are a Samsung, or you are OnePlus, or you are a MI. So strategy has to be adopted like that, students. Leader may, you come with better innovations, you charge more, you get the first mover advantage. But it's a risky strategy. Why risky? Because many a time, students, your innovations may fail. Follower may, students, what happens? They copy whatever innovations were made. And they try to give it at a lesser price. A low-cost producer is like Geo. They'll give it at a very less prices, but the quantity soon will be. Now, beta, what it says, this is very easy. Areas where research and development is to be done. You should decide whether you should emphasize on product or process improvement. Pay attention. Product or process improvement means what? Imagine a company, Maruti. They made a Maruti 800 car initially. Then, bacha, they made a Maruti Zen. Then they made a Wagoner. Then they made a Baleno. Then they made that Vitara Brezza. This is what? Emphasize on product. Different cars, different features. Or it can be process improvements. Previously, they made cars which would run on petrol. Then the question is, petrol became expensive. They said, wait, diesel. Now, diesel also become expensive. There is CNG. Now, bacha, electric vehicle. One day, Maruti company would say, bloody electric vehicle may have to charge now. I'll give electric vehicle with a solar roof. Solar roof, what will happen? There will be self-charging that can be done. Research and development can be on product or process improvement. You have to decide you should focus on basic or applied research. What is basic or applied research? Pay attention. First time when you're introducing some product, that is basic. When you bring some features on that particular product after some time, it's applied research. Like in the morning batch, I give an example. First mobile phone. Any idea who had made the first mobile phone? Tarun? Hey, bolo. Bachalo, who had made the first mobile phone? No idea. First mobile phone beta was made by a company by the name Motorola. Motorola word, Kavya, sunai ki nahi Motorola. And this particular mobile phone that they had made was known as Brick. What is the name? Brick. Why Brick? For the simple reason, it was as heavy as a brick. As heavy as a brick. Now imagine if a person like Ramya has to take that mobile phone, then she will hire a person to hold that mobile phone. Pankurli to, kya Pankuruti na, what this girl's name is, she to can't handle only. Very heavy. Since it was very heavy, it was called as brick. Now it was very heavy, very few features. Now over the years, what has happened? Phones have become smaller, phones have become lighter, phones have become faster, and they have more features. That will be called as what applied is. So you have to decide what you want to make something like a brick, and brick be very clear, bacha. Today also I say na Motorola made a particular mobile. That time they made lots of money, but then soon others started what bringing some kind of innovations in it and making it a better product. You have to decide whether you have to be a leader or a follower. Obviously, if you're a leader, you get the first mover advantage. If you're a follower, don't. But then you're able to capture a bigger market. Then develop robotics or manual type process. Robotics, manual type. Dubai, if you go student, there are cars which are self-driven cars. Can we start that in India? No. Where will our drivers go as such? They have to decide. Factory made manufacturing activity, should it be done manually or robots should be doing that, right? Then how much money you have to spend on R&D? In India, bacha, money is a big issue. So you find most of the time student research and development is not done. We may do it haphazardly. At the same time, student money allocated for research and development is minuscule. Now, 1 year, student, a question was asked, internal and external R&D. Please understand. What is this idea? What is this question now? I can give the introduction like this. A company says, we are manufacturing goods for the full national market. We are producing goods on a very large scale. So we have to concentrate on the production aspect. And that's a very tedious work. Fine. Now the company says, if we concentrate on production, we cannot concentrate on developing new products. So most of the company has a feeling, we will only make the products that are developed. We will not be able to develop new products. So beta, question is, who will do research and development? That's a big question. So there is something it is said, if you want to concentrate on production, then there are people outside who are making research and development. Whatever new research they have made and they have developed, buy those things which they have developed from them. And they will sell it to you. Sometimes you find there is a company which does research and development. You buy that company only. So that this company is a part of your company and now that company will be doing research and development and coming out with new technology, new products for you. So when that decision is to be taken, beta, it's like this, see, it's written combination. What combinations we're talking about? Technical changes and market growth. Please understand the way I'm saying. If you are in a business where the technical changes are slow, meaning you gave to the people a WagonR, people were happy with WagonR. And for quite some time, they were happy with Maruti 800, which was there, Zen, which was there, WagonR, Esteem, 4 cars were there, and people were happy. Now you feel, for some time, I can sell Maruti WagonR cars. People will buy this car now in a big quantity. And they would not expect more technical changes or something better product as much. Competition is also not there. And people will be happy with this. So, beta, technical change is slow. Market growth is moderate. So it is what? A bit fast, but it is moderate. If technical change is slow and market growth is moderate, then it is said Maruti company should do research and development on its own. So see, in-house R&D is preferable due to time advantage. What is the time advantage, Bacha? time advantages, technical changes are slow. So I have that much time that I can make changes as per the requirements of the customer. Now see the last thing. Technical changes are fast. I gave a mobile phone OnePlus 11 and OnePlus 11 is given. I want to come with OnePlus 12 immediately because iPhone is coming with a better version. Samsung is coming. So technical changes is fast. Market growth is also fast. People want to buy new phones. Then a company which is doing R&D now, developing new phones, new technology. What I should do? I should buy that company. See, obtaining R&D expertise through acquisition of a well-established firm. There are two things. First and foremost is clear. Someone tell me what I've said. If the technical changes are slow, market growth is moderate, cut that, do it on your own because you have time by your side. Technical changes is fast, market growth is fast, then someone who's doing by his company only. Now see the second and third. Technical changes are fast and market growth is moderate. But if technical changes are fast, then it makes no sense for me to do in-house R&D. So see, aggressive in-house R&D is not warranted. No, don't do in-house R&D. Get it done from outside. Or the last option, technical changes are slow, but the market growth is very fast. Market growth is very fast means what? Many more customers are likely to buy our products. So we'll be concentrating on increasing production. So, bacha, this work of technical change, we should outsource it to someone else. Outsource it to someone else means what? Simple. Come on, tell me, what is the meaning of this? Let others do this. So, see, obtaining R&D expertise on exclusive or non-exclusive basis from an outside firm is preferable. Got the point? JK Shah classes, please listen, because this is important. Tell me, any one of you have seen JK Shah, sir? Hey, bolo, देखा है? नहीं. So what he has done? He has outsourced the work now. Accounts, Dipesh sir comes and teaches. Law, someone teaches. SM, someone teaches. Your economics lecturer started. Economics, someone will come and teach. So, bacha, what is the work done? Is outsourced the work. Like that, outsourcing can be done. Here, we want to make some kind of changes in the product, but technical changes are slow. Same automobile industry, but market is growing faster. So, someone who's doing some change, I'll ask him, you give me, I'll pay you for that. I can put it in other words also. Listen, I am selling a Maruti car. Understand? I was using MRF tires. Now, Apollo company says, sir, our tires are better than that, and they give some particular list of features. So, Maruti is not supposed to make tire. They'll buy from Apollo. I remember the first car that I bought, sure, at Maruti WagonR. It had a very good music system that was Block Punk. Block Punk, best music system. But the second car which I bought, I realized what? They had a music system by the Bose. Bose music system. Now imagine, so when I asked that person, sir, we only make cars. Music systems we don't make. We outsource from some. One car I bought, Baleno student, the seating was very comfortable. Sir, Maruti doesn't make the seats. The seat work was given to this person, Delphi company. And Delphi has done this work for us. Outsource the work. You concentrate on the work which you know. Remaining work, give it to others. Okay? So with that, bacha, your chapter ends. I had given in the morning batch 2 questions, case study. I'll give it to you all. 1 second, I'll have a glass of water, then I'll start. Chalega? Yes, students, listen. You know, every year, student, they ask 5 to 8 marks case study in the paper. So those students who attended the lectures, I do give a reference to the case study questions as such in the form of examples. So there are some 2 case studies I've got it. I'll dictate, just see if you can write the answers on this. And better, student, if you attempt to write the answer on this. The question goes like this. It's 8 to 10 lines, student. You have to write, please. This is 5 mark question. Start writing. It says ABC Limited is a beverage manufacturing company. Beverage manufacturing company. Right in the bracket against that, soft drinks. Soft drinks. Full stop. The products are priced on the lower side. The products are priced on the lower side which has made the company a leader in the business. Company leader in the business. Full stop. Currently, it is holding 35% market share. Currently, it is holding 35% market share. Full stop. Then the R&D is research and development of company developed a formula for manufacturing sugar-free beverages. Sugar-free beverages. Comma, it got government's approval full stop. This company is the pioneer. This company is the pioneer to launch sugar-free beverages. Which are sold at a relatively higher price. Which are sold at a relatively higher price. The new product has been accepted widely. The new product has been accepted widely by a class of customers. By a class of customers. And it provides good profit to the company. And it provides good profit to the company. Now, better write in the next line. Please, this is the question. Identify the strategy employed by the company, identify the strategy employed by the company ABC Limited and mention what measures could be adopted by the company, what measures could be adopted by the company to achieve the employed strategy. Okay. This is a 5-mark question, students. We'll discuss about it in some time. First, note down some questions which are there. Another question, student, of 5 marks, which is there, I can see in the paper, is note down. Discuss the guidelines for research and development. Should be for selection of research and development. Discuss the guideline for selection of research and development expertise by an organization. Five-mark question. One more 5-mark question on the chapter that we just finished. Right? State the factors of human resource that have a strong influence on employee competence. Employee competence. Okay. These are 2 questions, students, from that particular chapter. One more paper I have, there's a case study. I hope you can write that, students. Don't get angry, because then the question is, sir, what kind of case studies are asked? So I'm giving you, these are the 2 past paper case studies as such. And if you attended the lectures, understood the example, these are not difficult, please. Right. This is again a 5-mark question. The question goes like this, is one question, but it's a case study. So it says a startup company is thinking of launching a low-cost detergent powder in the market. This market is already dominated. This market is already dominated by a big FMCG player. You know, FMCG full form is what? Fast moving consumer goods, right? FMCG player. Now the next paragraph, that's a question now. You are advised to put forward your suggestions. By a big to the management of the company, to the management of the company to deal with the problem of entry barrier deal with the problem of entry barrier while launching the low cost detergent powder. While launching the low cost detergent powder. Okay. Now, beta, one question which is there from the chapter number 6. Note down that also. Developing question mark. This is question. The case study is over. Write the question. Developing and using logistics strategy is important. Developing and using logistics strategy is important in business operations. Explain the statement. Then, beta, one more question is there. Projected financial statement analysis. Projected financial statement analysis is a central strategy implementation technique. Central strategy implementation technique. Justify the statement. One more question from the chapter that we have done, students. Please note it down, students. Tomorrow you should not say, I did not give an idea what kind of questions are asked. This is one last question I'm dictating. Explain the primary activities. Explain briefly the primary activities that are grouped into 5 main activities under value chain analysis. Under value chain analysis. Okay. Now I'll give you 2-3 minutes, but please do one thing. Go through the 2 case studies that were given and let's discuss this, students. Some idea we should be able to get how the answer is to be written. Just go through both the case studies. Niyati, could doubt है बेटा? जरा पढ़ लो उसको, please read that once. Dikshit, that is your problem. I cannot repeat the questions again and again. First of all, your video is also off. Okay, Pida, listen 1 second. All of you, please listen. Kindly pay attention. What we'll do, you'll have the case study with you, go through it, take some time, write the answer today evening, tomorrow full day you have, and then evening students, tomorrow evening you show me what you have written. Okay? Now it will take too much of time. I can give you an idea, please listen. First example, the first case study that was there, see what it says, there is a company ABC Limited, beverage, so it's aerated cold drink, Coke, Pepsi, like that. It sells cold drink, it has 35% market share. So it's a market leader. Now, beta, actually that's a true story of a company like Coke. In one of my lecture, I'd given information on this. I'd said, okay, if a person is having diabetes and if he drinks this Coke or Pepsi, it is like a poison for him. Because it is said it is so sweet that it contains almost 10 spoons of sugar in one bottle of Coke or Pepsi. So awareness of the customers is increasing. So what is happening? They started fruit juices. So a beverage students which is sugar free, isn't it? Now what is the strategy that they are adopting? So first of all, the beta we are very clear. First, they were having what strategy? Cost leadership strategy. How come? They were selling cold drinks, beverage, lesser price, bigger market share. So they were cost leader, big market. At the same time, price was reasonable. Now, what? They are not in that particular category. They've shifted to focus category. Focus means what happened? You're not catering to a bigger market, you're catering to a smaller market. See, it's written now. It gives them good profit, but some people are buying that. So you have to explain first on cost leadership, then on focus strategy, and focus also what? Focus differentiation strategy. Second case study is the actual story of one company in India, Hindustan Unilever, the biggest FMCG. And the startup it is talking about is about this company by the name Nirma. You know, there's a person by the name Mr. Karsanbhai Patel. His daughter name was Nirma. He used to work in a company as a chemist. And then, beta, when he introduced Nirma, HUL Surf was already sold in the market. So in my explanation, I've told you this part also. If you don't want others to enter in your business, what do? You create entry barriers. I give the example of Jio. 1,50,000 crore rupees is invested in the business, so others will not come. Hindustan Unilever bacha manufactures for 90 crore customers. Right now. So imagine if Niyati is starting that particular detergent powder. So what she has to do to enter in that particular business? So beta, what strategy will she adopt? She should go for a BCPS strategy, best cost provider strategy. That means she will give the quality of surf, but the price she would charge less, and maybe she make inroads. And in this, it's better if you write something about competitive landscape also, please. Okay. So with this, you can think about solving that case study. I'll start with the next topic. Please pay attention.